The government agrees with the National Cybersecurity Centre's advice. The best way to secure our networks is for operators to stop using new affected Huawei equipment to build the UK's future 5G networks. So to be clear, from the end of this year, telecoms operators must not buy any 5G equipment from Huawei. And once the Telecom Security Bill is passed, it will be illegal for them to do so. Mr. Speaker, I have previously set out our plans to safely manage the presence of high-risk vendors in our 5G network. And of course, our ambition right from the very beginning was that no one should need to use a high-risk vendor for 5G at all. But I know that honourable members have sought a commitment from the government to remove Huawei equipment from our 5G network altogether. This is why we have concluded that it is necessary and indeed prudent to commit to a timetable for the removal of Huawei equipment from our 5G network by 2027. Let me be clear. This requirement will be set out in law by the Telecom Security Bill. By the time of the next election, we will have implemented in law an irreversible path for the complete removal of Huawei equipment from our 5G networks. This will delay our rollout of 5G. Our decisions in January had already set back that rollout by a year and cost up to £1 billion. Today's decision to ban the procurement of new Huawei 5G equipment from the end of this year will delay rollout by a further year and will add up to £500 million to costs. Requiring operators, in addition, to remove Huawei equipment from their 5G networks by 2027 will add hundreds of millions of pounds further to the cost and further delay rollout. This means a cumulative delay to 5G rollout of 2 to 3 years and costs of up to £2 billion. This will have real consequences for the connections on which all our constituents rely. And I have to say that to go faster and further beyond a 2027 target would add considerable and indeed unnecessary further costs and delays. And of course, the shorter we make the timetable for removal, the greater the risk of actual disruption to mobile telephones networks. One of the reasons we're in this situation is because of a global market failure. Put simply, countries around the world, not just in the United Kingdom, have become dangerously reliant on too few vendors. We have already set out a clear and ambitious diversification strategy. That strategy will include wide-ranging action in the short, medium and long term with the aim of driving competition and innovation to grow the market and deliver greater resilience across all of our networks. Let me assure members that this government is clear-eyed about China. We have been robust in our response to the imposition of new security laws in Hong Kong, including through our generous offer to British national overseas passport holders. What we want is a modern and mature relationship with China based on mutual respect, where we're able to speak frankly when we disagree, but also to work side by side with China on the issues where our interests converge. It is a fact that the US has introduced additional sanctions on Huawei, and as facts have changed, so has our approach. That is why we have taken this decision that there can be no new Huawei equipment from the end of this year and set out a clear timetable to exclude Huawei completely by 2027 with an irreversible path implemented by the time of the next election.
It has been clear for some time that there are serious questions over whether Huawei should be allowed to control large sections of our country's telecoms networks. Yet the government refused to face reality. Their approach to our 5G capability, Huawei, and our national security has been incomprehensibly negligent. Mr. Speaker, this is a car crash for our digital economy, but one which could have been visible from outer space.
能否为在英中国企业提供开放、公平、非歧视的营商环境，是脱欧后英国市场走向的试金石，也是中国在英投资是否安全的风向标。中方将密切关注。